War. It's a word that evokes images of destruction, suffering, and loss. The mere thought of a war between superpowers like the United States and Russia sends chills down our spines. While we hope such a scenario never materializes, it's crucial to analyze the potential consequences of such a conflict. This exploration is not about glorifying war, but understanding the stakes involved. It's about appreciating the delicate balance of peace we often take for granted. In this analysis, we delve into a hypothetical war between the United States and Russia. We'll examine their military capabilities, nuclear arsenals, and potential outcomes. Our goal is to provide a realistic, albeit unsettling, picture of what such a conflict might entail. It's important to remember that war is never predictable. There are countless variables, unforeseen circumstances, and unpredictable human elements that can shape the course of any conflict. However, by analyzing the available data, we can gain insights into the potential trajectory of such a devastating event. Let's embark on this sobering thought experiment, with the hope that it will serve as a stark reminder of the importance of peace and diplomacy in our world. The United States and Russia possess the world's most formidable militaries. Each nation boasts a vast arsenal of conventional and nuclear weapons, capable of inflicting unimaginable destruction. A direct military confrontation would be a clash of epic proportions. The U.S. maintains a massive active-duty force and a global military presence. Its budget allows for cutting-edge technology and superior firepower. The U.S. Air Force dominates the skies with advanced fighter jets. The U.S. Navy projects power with its aircraft carriers. Russia relies on a different strategy. It maintains a substantial reserve force and paramilitary groups. Russia emphasizes defense with anti-aircraft systems and armored units. Its navy has significant submarines, some with nuclear capabilities. In a conventional war, the U.S. might hold the upper hand initially. However, Russia's vast territory and endurance in conflicts pose challenges. While raw numbers paint a partial picture, modern warfare is as much about technology and tactics as it is about sheer military might. Both the United States and Russia possess advanced weapon systems and have honed their military doctrines over decades. The United States excels in air superiority, precision strikes, and long-range engagements. Its military doctrine emphasizes combined arms warfare, integrating air power, naval forces, and ground troops in a coordinated and devastating manner. The U.S. military also heavily relies on drone technology for surveillance, reconnaissance, and targeted strikes. Russia, on the other hand, emphasizes layered defenses, electronic warfare, and asymmetric tactics. It has invested heavily in developing hypersonic missiles, designed to evade U.S. missile defense systems. Russia's military doctrine also emphasizes maneuver warfare, seeking to outflank and encircle enemy forces. The potential clash of these contrasting military doctrines would be a fascinating and terrifying spectacle. The U.S. military's technological edge might give it an initial advantage, but Russia's resilience, adaptability, and willingness to absorb heavy losses could prolong the conflict and make victory a Pyrrhic one for either side. Section 4. The Nuclear Shadow, a Threat to Humanity. Looming over any potential conflict between the United States and Russia is the specter of nuclear war. Both nations possess thousands of nuclear warheads, each capable of unleashing unimaginable destruction. The use of even a small fraction of these weapons could have catastrophic global consequences. The concept of mutually assured destruction, or MAD, has for decades served as a deterrent against nuclear war. MAD posits that the use of nuclear weapons by one superpower would inevitably lead to retaliation in kind, resulting in the annihilation of both nations and potentially the entire world. However, the MAD doctrine is not foolproof. Accidents, miscalculations, or the actions of rogue actors could potentially trigger a nuclear exchange. Moreover, the development of tactical nuclear weapons, designed for use on the battlefield, has further complicated the equation. The consequences of a nuclear war between the United States and Russia are almost too horrific to contemplate. Millions, if not billions of people would perish in the initial blasts, fires, and radiation. The resulting nuclear winter caused by the massive amounts of dust and smoke ejected into the atmosphere would plunge the planet into darkness, causing widespread crop failures and famine. Section 5. Potential Outcomes. A Spectrum of Destruction. Predicting the outcome of a hypothetical war between the United States and Russia is fraught with uncertainty. Scenarios range from limited conventional conflict to full-blown nuclear exchange. Each scenario carries significant risks and consequences. Even a limited conflict could escalate, leading to widespread destruction. The involvement of NATO could further complicate the situation. A nuclear conflict would be catastrophic, with global consequences. Both sides would suffer heavy losses, military and civilian. Section 6. The urgency of diplomacy, averting global catastrophe. The potential consequences of a war between the United States and Russia underscore the paramount importance of diplomacy, dialogue, and arms control in international relations. Preventing such a catastrophic conflict must be the highest priority for both nations and the international community as a whole. Diplomacy, while often challenging and frustrating, remains the most effective tool for resolving conflicts and preventing war. Open channels of communication, mutual understanding, and a willingness to compromise are essential for maintaining peace. International organizations like the United Nations play a vital role in facilitating dialogue and mediating disputes between nations. Arms control agreements, while imperfect, are crucial for limiting the proliferation of nuclear weapons and reducing the risk of accidental or intentional use. The New START Treaty, despite recent setbacks, provides a framework for transparency and verifiable reductions in nuclear arsenals. Investing in diplomacy and arms control is not merely a matter of idealism, it's a matter of survival. The alternative, a war between the United States and Russia, is too horrific to contemplate. We must choose diplomacy, dialogue, and cooperation over confrontation, aggression, and the threat of annihilation. Section 7. A call for peace, our collective responsibility. The hypothetical war between the United States and Russia serves as a stark reminder of our shared humanity and the fragility of peace. It's a call to action for all of us to work towards a world free from the threat of war, where dialogue replaces diatribe, and diplomacy trumps destruction. Peace is not merely the absence of war, it's the presence of justice, equality, and mutual respect. It's a state of being that requires constant nurturing, vigilance, and a commitment to resolving conflicts peacefully. Each of us has a role to play in building a more peaceful world. We can start by educating ourselves about the dangers of war and the importance of diplomacy. We can support organizations working to promote peace and understanding. And we can hold our leaders accountable for pursuing policies that prioritize dialogue and cooperation over confrontation and aggression. The future of humanity depends on our collective ability to transcend our differences, embrace our common ground, and work together to create a world where war is not an option, but a relic of a bygone era. Let us choose peace, not as a distant dream, but as a present reality we are determined to create together.